4 spots. Between Silence, Sonic, AADB, Zack the Robot, Ninten, Ragna, Spike Vegeta, Jaylon, Dragon Blast, Danimal, Dare, and Silenza. Jaylon is the only async, so we will not be seeing his race today, but everyone else is ready. Alright, and I'm sending them off. So we've hopefully got a seed that doesn't take 3 hours long.
I was listening to some of the streamers while we were kind of in the back end waiting, and I heard several of them talking about last night's stream, or last night's seed, going, I really hope this is better. This is not a data demics.
Right. Honestly, I will say, sort of that seed, it was very favorable. It was like the kind of, you had pretty good tools for data demics for the seasoned veterans and players.
Yeah. I heard it, especially watching, it came down to, if you knew the Blizzard strat, it was a little bit easier for you.
Right, yeah. Like, you had the Zara, you had Thundara, you had Fyra, so you had, like, pretty good magic for the whole seed. The issue was just the data demics knowledge specifically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, data demics is no easy fight in general, like, even when you have semi-decent tools.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hard part about that fight really is just keeping track of your drive gauge, making sure you have some to use, or you're able to build it up before the 99 wave.
Yeah.
Because I think with those stats, it's not really a fight. Like, you just sit there and spam fire for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's only the last part. Like,
and they're already happier, I think, because they get a torn page on levels immediately. Everyone's starting out in the Pride Lands and getting that instant torn page.
It's already a good start. See if it stays that way.
yeah, we'll see. Or if that's just a red herring where they're not going to see another one until who knows.
Right, have you been playing these settings? Actually, not specifically Masters, but...
I've only done 1 or 2 practice seeds. I haven't done a lot of it, just with real life, the way it's been. But, yeah, I've gotten a couple seeds, but my seeds tended to go about an hour and a half.
Okay.
One or two I did. It wasn't too bad.
That's about on par. I expected.
Yeah. Holy. Apparently the seed giveth to start.
And second early page.
Yeah. Second early page. They have no real tools yet, but you know, you'll take the pages. You can get the tools other places.
Well, I do see an air combo boost at Nintendo.
Well, you know, that's something. That'll get you a little bit. It does look like also strength is starting off a little stronger right now.
Oh yeah, I'm actually looking at a couple of these stats, and it's kind of wild. 1911, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Spike's stream. Spike has a 21 strength, 12 magic.
Yeah. Trying to kind of get a look-see. Yeah, it looks like everyone's kind of holding around that, but like if your strength's up like that, you can really get through some of this pretty quickly in the beginning stages. Do at least your shotguns very quickly.
I think like some of the biggest issue though is there's a few things in this game that are very magic based. One of the examples is Halloween Town. The dance call limit is actually magic based if you use the Sora one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's Sora based.
So. You wouldn't think it is. It's kind of counterintuitive there. I've seen some auto limits starting to come out from the little shotgun in the Mulan area. That's one shotgun I always forget to do. I will say for myself, in the Wayfinder at least, is I always forget to go over there and get those 3 quick checks.
Oh,
like,
no,
oh, it's just 3. Yeah, in LOD. It's just like, oh, it's just 3 checks. What could be right there? And then it ends up being something important like auto limit that, especially on critical mode, can be very, very important. It can get you through a lot.
I will say it's definitely easier to manipulate and get an auto limit out in probably crit. Sometimes it's easier.
Yes, I would agree with that. It's also a lot easier to just die to it without second chance or once more.
So we are seeing a lot of route diversity. Ninten is going after the brief shotgun checks, so the short visits. One River was LOD and what is it? Port Royal Rampart. Going to this
Just
castle.
got done with Port Royal and getting actually, what was that? Once more or second chance?
That was second chance.
That was second chance.
We have Spike in Agrabah doing a more traditional full world shotgun, and then there's also the Halloween Town Pushers, the more standard approach.
Absolutely, and it's very good to push those early, especially on critical mode, because if you don't know, there's certain fights that you can just take damage and it pushes you through the fight. So, like Agrabah, you can, and Halloween Town, those first fights, just take the hits and skip right through them.
There's a question in chat. Is there a reason why everyone starts at Pride Lands? So specifically for how the rando is set up, there's an RNG manipulation done at the very beginning of the game. When you load your game, the RNG seed is always going to be the same. And so when you go into Pride Lands, if you hold up left, dash, and just spam triangle, you'll get the RC every time the first time. And so because of that consistency, the fact that Pride Lands also has a much of check density, the speed you move around in Pride Lands doesn't differ between racers, it's a really, really good first world to go to.
Absolutely.
If you were to, let's say,
really
go for Wayfinders, the beginner stuff, then it's a slightly different argument. You can get all those checks, but because we play with a setting called Stat Sanity, you can potentially get HP ups in those chests, which means your death abuses are longer, especially for a beginner, where you take half as much damage. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Paul?
Attest to that. No, you're good. I can attest to that, especially. I've had many a times where I get a little too much stats out of Pride Lands, and it takes a minute or so to get through some of the other fights. Let's see what everyone's finding here.
I would like to also clarify for some of the settings, for those who have not seen these settings before. This is Yeet the Crown, or formerly or otherly known as Yeet the Bear. Essentially, there is a proof guaranteed on the final minigame of 100 Acre Wood, and you start with 2 proofs and a promise charm. So really, this settings is just search for the 5 torn pages. When you are searching for the pages, you're using the progression spoiler hint system, which means that every time you go into a world, you have to make a certain amount of progress, and then the type of progress you make gets you a point value between 1 and 7, or I think technically 1 and 8. But
I think it's 7, because yeeting the bear is actually 7 itself. I think that's the highest. Is there an 8 somewhere?
Oh no, you're correct. It's 1 and 7. Forget.
Right.
But you get a array of points based on the difficulty or time investment, or whether it's easy or not. Sometimes it's 0 points actually. But in any case, after X amount of points, you reveal 3 worlds for the first set for your first hint, 3 worlds for the second, and then 2 worlds onward, and you reveal all the items. So a lot of these settings and how you play these seeds really comes down to where do you get your progression points from, and how do you balance it. So in the top left, you'll see that Ninten is in Timeless River, actually. You get 2 points from doing the mini escort, 1 point from mini escort, 1 point from the Old Pete fight, but the trade-off is that you're spending the time to go to Timeless River, which doesn't necessarily have too many checks. You're just going there for the big progression points.
And that's where you'll see the big difference in a lot of runners. Some runners will really go for those points and try to unlock a lot of knowledge, where others are going, you know what, I'm just going for the most checks possible. I know I was watching someone practice earlier today, and they were doing a quick simulated Twilight Town because they had the tools, they could get through it quick, and simulated Twilight Town gives you a bunch of points to start off. I think it's 5 or 6 just real quick points.
Yeah, you get 1 point from Olette in day 2, 2 points from Twilight Thorn, 2 points from STT Struggle Fights. Technically, you get 1 point from Axel 1, and then 1 point from Setzer.
Right.
Then you have to go all the way to the mansion for your last point.
You see several of them already going through the 100 Acre Woods, getting those checks right now, which I think is a good idea. It's easy checks. You're going to have to go through them anyways. Might as well do the mini games.
There's also, as we saw from yesterday, there's the off chance that a page could just be on pages.
Absolutely, it can. And that's a big play. If you can get there early and find an extra page in 100 Acre Woods. I think a lot of these players are pretty evenly matched, so it's going to come down to a little bit of luck of who finds that right path first.
At the beginning, unfortunately, there is sometimes quite a bit of guessing of what do I feel is most comfortable to go through.
Yeah, and I just saw this in chat, and it's a great point out that 100 Acre Woods does not give you points until, I believe, Spooky Cave.
You actually get no points at all until Sorry Home, and that is also
is it Eating the Bear? Okay.
Yes.
I couldn't remember on that. Thank you for correcting me. It's a good correction.
Yeah, unlike in previous settings, for example, like 3-proof settings where you have to do the World Never Was and you get progression points in the World Never Was, you get 0 points for doing all the minigames except for the Starry Hill minigame itself, which gives you the proof.
Which gives you the proof, and oddly enough, 7 points. I don't know if you...
I just wanted to give it points to be funny.
I think it's hilarious. Honestly, and if it shows you where like a reflect is and you haven't seen a reflect yet, that's a pretty big thing.
Yeah, typically though, if you're at that last proof, at least for the
typically you don't have
yeah, you're kind of just gonna full send the World Never Was reflectless. Unless it's like, oh, I somehow didn't shotgun these checks of Hollow Bastion. Like these like 3 things. I'm gonna go check it really quickly.
Yeah.
Hopefully these guys aren't reflectless. We haven't seen one.
I haven't seen one yet, and I've seen magnets and cures, and that's about it.
You do have a money pouch at the very least from the Agrabah. So if everyone goes Agrabah, you'll have money. That's basically all you could ask for in these settings.
It is very much so. Again, a little change in the rando that people may not know. Money pouch in the actual game gives you absolutely nothing. In rando, it gives you 5,000 money. And so most people will buy about 40 ethers with that. Or if you see a duck flare on in the shop, it's also a great buy with those money pouches.
Do you want to have a higher reflect for the last fights? What do Ra and Reflega give you? Yeah, so as Wolf Scout basically says, the radius of the reflect is bigger. The damage output is the literal exact same. It's just the area that you are able to hit is really larger. And for example, the one fight you'll commonly see Reflect be worse at than Reflera or Reflega is Final Semnus, when you're doing the reflects during the initial part of the fight. If you have a baby reflect or the base reflect, then it's going to be a little harder to squeeze in some reflect damage, just because you have to time it a little off, or time it a little differently, so Xemnas is closer to you when the reflect should go off. But if you have a Flare or a Flaga, you can just kind of time it whenever, and you'll pretty much get the hit.
It's all about having to be a little bit closer and make things a little scarier. And honestly, sometimes it just doesn't hit, and you're expecting that damage to go through, and that throws you off.
Okay, it is a VG. That's actually interesting. I guess it makes sense. At certain points, some things are hard to see. Maybe I've just never noticed, but maybe I've like subconsciously realized. But either way, Reflaga, I feel like there's no case where you want Reflect over Reflare or Reflect.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
And I feel like if it does give you a little bit more, I feel like it's negligible to the AoE. The AoE is the real part you want it for.
There is as a talking point, I guess. One thing you'll actually see for people who run who like some super bosses certain ways, Data Axle. There are a lot of people who actually like Blizzara more than Blizzaga, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's like emulator or PS2 has it slightly different, or rather 30 FPS versus 60 FPS for the Blizzards. It's differently.
Yeah. It's about pushing him into a certain spot. It's really... I know I've seen a couple people that talk about it, and they don't like maxing it out because it pushes him over a certain threshold that you can't do the loop with him as easily and stuff like that.
As far as limiting words there, I'm not one to judge. But in any case, we are a little bit late to this, but we do have our first hint from Ninten. Ninten has Twilight Town revealed, Pride Lands revealed, and Port Royal revealed. In Twilight Town, we do have a page, but we also have 2 forms and a reflect.
I was gonna say that's a big Twilight Town right there. That's a... Ooh.
Unfortunately, Pride Lands did get hinted next. Doesn't really change too much. At least you know you don't have to go back there. And then
it does make
Pandora.
his Proud Fang that he found in the world that never was a little kind of useless. And again, they do start with the Promise Charm, so if they do find all pages without having to go into the world that never was, you can skip all of those fights up to final fights.
We will swap over really briefly to see what other people are doing. So we have Dragon Blast in the top left, we have Sonic in the top right, in the bottom left we have WWE, and then in the bottom right we have, one of our Wayfinders, Danimal.
Yeah, I'm happy Danimal's pushing up into this. He's been doing amazing in the Wayfinders, and I think he can really hold his own. May have to just kick him out of the Wayfinders. Too good for us.
Well, we'll see. There technically is a rule in place that if he places within the top 8 of this race specifically, he cannot play in Wayfinders anymore.
Yeah.
It is actually a rule in place.
It is.
Wait, Danimal's playing with this mod? Like, I forgot that this... God, that's hilarious. So, it's hard to see because it's black and white, but you can see by the portrait. I think this is new. I think it's been only released in the past, like, little bit, as far as I'm aware. But it's called the Olette mod, and it just replaces Sora with Olette.
I love seeing some of these mods in different, like, variations of people using for Sora. That is a new one to me. I like that.
It released this week? Oh, God. I can't believe he already has it downloaded.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Wait a minute. What the heck is Donald? It looked like the portrait was like some really weird...
Oh, it's Vivi.
Oh, Vivi, okay. I couldn't tell by the portrait. I'm like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, it's also a
Oh, that's
new mod that came out within the past couple weeks.
That's actually amazing.
Oh wait, that's so cute. Olette gets a little tiara.
That's
adorable.
awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Another great thing about being up on the PC version, you get to add those mods a little bit easier. I love it.
Now, sometimes these mods actually are available for emulator. A lot of mods nowadays kind of like to swing both ways and have support for both.
Looks like everyone's just kind of hitting the same areas, just in a different order right now. So that's kind of the way most seeds start. Most people kind of hit the same things when you're, especially on this when it's on a slightly hard settings or slightly difficult placement. So.
Now seeing the double Twilight Town from Dragon and Dewey. Makes sense. You literally just got the world printed. You know there's a page here.
You know there's a page here. You're hoping for an early one, but most likely it's going to be ice cream locked. You're hoping that you get that right. You made the right choice pushing here early, but we'll see. And that's what a lot of this is, a little bit, is luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Also,
and I will say, regarding
Sonic
tools, they don't really have that much.
Sonic heading into Beast Castle. I think that's the first one we've seen going to Beast Castle. Unless I missed
Beast Castle's it's pretty good. You get 3 progression points, but then you get access to Darkthorn, which can give you 2. So it won't give you a full hint usually, but you can use that as leverage. It's like, oh, let me do this quick fight for 2 easy points.
Yeah. Also, Beast Castle is very heavy on the chests and the checks. You can burst through a lot of checks in it.
We actually did get a torn page from the TT shotgun.
We did. Paying off.
And both of these guys are pushing for this. Understandable. I feel like in this mode you're like, or for this seed specifically, if you're pushing this early, you're just really hoping that you get that reflect or any of those other important checks there. Specifically the reflect.
Yeah. Because you're not coming back. These guys, they have their page. They're not coming back to Twilight Town.
Yeah, well, for now, they have 0 reason to come back. There are 2 visit unlocks, technically 2 forms, so if there's another page on forms, or page locked behind any of those visit unlocks, they're gonna have to come back here.
Yeah.
Now let's take a peek at Dewey's perspective.
Good here.
These last couple checks do have a Sonic Ring Thresholder, so we'll undo that.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, this strength stat
really
is insane.
Oh, yeah, and this is really the only fight you're quote-unquote worried about in Beast Castle coming early, but with their strength stat right now, it's at 33 strength on Sonic. Oh my goodness.
He's level 13.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
It was kind of similar to yesterday's seed. Although the stats did start off slow, you eventually got super high stats. Like if you just XP grinded a little bit. So it's kind of the opposite. Like you have all your super high stats super early. We'll see if it carries on.
Make some of these shotguns quicker, but you people climbing the tower. Oh.
Dragon actually leaving a bit early.
That's what I
feel
was gonna
like
say.
okay, this makes sense.
Oh, he's going to
opting
buy.
to go for check density and play it safe by going to a world that's unknown versus going to a quote-unquote
Right.
potentially dead world. Wow, they have double
Exactly.
XP boost as well. I just saw that from Danimal's screen on the bottom right.
I would be shocked if we don't see some Space Paranoids XP grinding pretty soon as well, if you have that. Although with these stats, you may not need to. You're already at 33 strength? Like, you might not need
Yeah, I
that.
feel like maybe you'd level just to get like a better magic stat.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know if it's gonna go up.
Yeah. The only reason to think about it, I would think, is that you don't know what's on levels yet. It hasn't been hinted, so there could still be another page higher up. But I feel like there's better uses of your time than that.
Yeah, well, from Dewey's screen, unfortunately, all they got was the torn page, but they did also get a money pouch and beast claw, so that's cool. In the top right,
Beast Castle is a blizzard.
yeah, so it does have a magnet as well, so that's Magnera, pretty early on.
Oh, and I do think the jump between Magnet and Magnera is a significant one.
Yeah, definitely helps out quite a lot.
Yeah.
I saw that Dewey. He was thinking, oh, am I gonna quick run, and then went backwards, changed his mind. It's definitely, this is one of the settings where it's like, do you do the quick run for your 2 progression points, or do you try to get them somewhere else?
Yeah. And that's everything that's going through these runners' heads is, do I want to push through this and have better progression points and maybe know a little bit more, but maybe give up some time? It's a lot of really balancing what you're doing. Kind of what everyone's doing. It looks like a lot of people are kind of going into Beast Castle right now.
Oh wow, I missed it. Sonic got a magnet off of drives.
Did he? Oh wow.
Yeah. That is Magnega. It's very, very nice. Double check where exactly that came from. It was limit 2. So Sonic at
so
some
that
point
auto
used
limit
auto
coming
limit.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice. Honestly, that Magnega definitely just helps immensely if you go to the sort of longer world. So, for example, if you go LOD, which is pretty good on check density and point density, Magnega tears it up. Same thing with OC.
Absolutely.
I will say
it's not
the
on the
seed
screen
is
right now.
the seed is a little scary because you already have 3 pages.
Yeah. It's going to be who gets that lucky next one and gets into Spooky Cave. The only new thing I can see, and this is on the back end, I know everyone can't see this right now, Spike Vegeta is in OC, but he has not found it yet. So
Spike loves OC.
he absolutely does. Especially with some movement.
They actually have pretty solid movement. I believe it's level 2 area dodge, level 2 glide for pretty much everyone.
I believe you're right.
Man, so Sonic is going to go to HB right now. Honestly,
Not a bad
HB, but
push.
Magnega. It's,
Yeah, like this is, you're just gonna wreck through everything. The only
this
catch
Bailey
is
is going to be so quick.
their magic is a little low, so it's a little. It takes a couple extra magnegas, but no biggie.
It's actually okay right now. 24 if when you
They
change
get
your
pushed up a little
accessories.
more? Okay. I was gonna say it wasn't pushing that high when I saw him last, but
No, yeah, he was at like 18 magic or something.
yeah.
Meanwhile, we do have a Danimal actually going through Darkthorn right now.
An interesting push for Danimal. Again, we talk about them having the strength, so Darkthorn's going to go down pretty quick, and that's again a couple progression points. Maybe you can find that extra 20 page real quick.
Alright, really
Finding
quickly.
finishing lead.
This is honestly so quick of a play. Oh, we got a little bit better RNG on Dusk. What the heck? What did he get hit by?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that was so weird. What did he get hit by? Was that Leon?
I think it was, yeah.
That's
awkward
so messed
Leon's
up.
pushing him back.
So I think Leon shot a fireball, which he normally does. That's fine. But
Yeah.
the Dusk reflected it, and I think that hit Sora.
I didn't even know that. What?
That's what it looked like. Because there's nothing else that normally hits you in that
Yeah.
position.
That's weird.
Oh,
He's
Danimal
Sonic.
is going after this. Oh god. Alright, he's using the dance.
Danimal.
Or it's not the dance called the Twin Howl, or C. Very, very strong.
Oh, absolutely. Darkline's only down to half. You should be able to get him through pretty easily with the finishing of Twin Howl here. There it is.
It does happen, VG. I've never seen that before till now. It makes sense, but I've never seen it. That's hilarious. Alright, we actually have the very strong route diversity. We have Dragon Blast in Port Royal. It's known. But we have Sonic going after the unhinted Timeless River.
And to make note, I believe Marluxia is on, Terra is not, though.
Yes.
Okay. And that's just a smart move in general. Terra is rough enough even with amazing moveset.
Oh, Terra would actually probably be awful. I think you just know he's a 20 page.
Absolutely.
And you've done your bare minimum. I would be terrified to actually fight him.
Yeah. I would want to do Peter Pan strats, hopefully. You know, like just find Peter Pan and like keep it stun locked and pray I don't drop an input. You do see getting the Sword of the Ancestors out of early Port Royal there, so a little more progression available.
Alright, once we see when Sonic has gotten out of this, we'll swap racers.
Absolutely.
They actually did get their next hint. Dry Forms got revealed. It has 2 reflects, a fire, membership card, and genie, in addition to that magnet. We also have the World That Never Was, has Limit, Master, and Proudfang. We've already seen where the Proudfang is. And then I believe we had STT revealed to only have a cure. So no STT today.
No real
Again.
need to push the drives either.
Unfortunately, though, it does have Reflega, which is pretty nice. Or sorry, Reflera.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, we might be seeing a Reflectless because membership card is locked behind drives. We'll see how they end up pushing this.
Yeah, we might have to see them do drives for membership card in case there's anything in HB required.
Oh, that's true. That's absolutely true. Wouldn't that just be fun, having to get drives to get the membership card to get to maybe get the ice cream?
Oh god.
This is sounding like my my
there's
seed last
no
week.
way. I can't do this to them twice.
I'm hoping you don't.
Alright, well, Timeless River, unfortunately, is a bit of a bust.
Yep.
Nothing really there. We will move on. Oh, I put the wrong name for Dare. Let me get that set up.
I was wondering. I was like, I don't see Dare online, but you know.
That's an error on my part. I forgot Dare has a different name.
That's fine.
Alright, so in the top left, we have Zack the Robot. In the top right, we have Dare. In the bottom left, we have Silenza. And in the bottom right, we have Ninten. So Ninten actually already did XP grinding. Wow, look at that strength stat.
What? Jeez. 52 strength, 36 magic. That's what I was talking about coming over here just to level it up. I didn't think you need to, but apparently magic did pull out of the gutter there, and strength just kept shooting as well.
He's only level 36 as well, so not even like that high comparatively to like what you could potentially get from screens. But Ninten does have his 6th hint, or 6 worlds revealed.
We also see Zack going through LOD up there. First person I think to really push through LOD.
What are your thoughts on LOD actually? In these settings?
In these settings, I think it is I don't think it's a good call to go here early. Just the amount of checks you can get in time, I don't think it's worth it. But when they have this much revealed, it's not a bad call. Especially if you could Throne Rune skip, but you don't have the tools to Throne Rune skip right now, so it'd be interesting to see what he does.
We are seeing another OC push from Ninten.
Fortunately, it's not paying off for him right now. Got a few people doing a little grind right now. Back in. It's going to be interesting to see where they're going to have to push through here, because at this point, you know where it can't be. But you also know that some of these things are locked. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up choosing to kind of play towards.
We'll say OC and LOD are actually some of the kind of big progression points worlds. For if you do all of LOD 1, assuming you don't Shan Yu skip, you get 6 progression points total. If you do all of OC 1, you also get 6 progression points total. So you can really start weighing in which you sort of personally prefer, how you want to route about it.
I know I personally prefer the OC route just because I feel like it has a few more checks per second, but I can understand.
It has a lot of chests, yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you can get past that Hades fight. The Hades run is the biggest little barrier for you, and then you can get a lot of checks. Starting to look like these next couple torn pages are really going to be behind some barriers here, so.
Yeah, I don't think we've quite seen the 8th hint or the 7th and 8th world reveals yet. We might be getting there soon.
That's what I was kind of trying to look. I don't think I see anyone with them.
I feel like Zack seems like he might be the closest, or maybe like Spike or Sonic.
Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry. I was looking at Danimal for a second, and his tracker's different than I'm used to. I was like, wait a minute. I think you're right in Spike and Sonic kind of being closer, but kind of going through trying to see where everyone's at. Actually, as we say that, Sonic has shown us the next set. Hollow Bastion has a torn page.
Ooh, so there we go. So you will be seeing these guys react to that fairly soon. But that does mean membership card is somewhat required, or is required on forums. We'll see how high you have to level for it.
That's the question. And it also revealed that 100 Acre Woods has 2 progressions in it. What's that? Sword of the... Nope, not Sword of the Ancestor. Skull and Crossbones, and what's that other one?
Battlefields of War?
Battlefields of War. My brain was farting there. Those look so similar. They look so similar on the tracks.
Yeah, depending on the icon set you choose, they either stand out or they don't stand out, like immediately by color.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting choice here. We see Zach pushing through Roxas.
Yeah, I think he's opting to go for the point density of just the 2 that you get here.
Yeah.
So we will see the quick run. I think it's fine if you're just if your main idea is you want those 2 world reveals. And
he's also got high enough strength that it'll go faster than the normal quick run will. I believe.
Fortunately for Zach, he actually is on a pretty good track. Because of the next world reveal, he will realize, okay, I need to work on drives, and because you're already in the world never was, you're more inclined to keep pushing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we got a few people starting to get that next hint, and everyone's starting to get a little closer to knowing, oh, we need that membership card. Which actually might pay very good dividends to Zach, who is pushing towards Master Form down there. What do you think? What do you think? Any guesses on where that membership card is going to be?
I actually have maybe a 5.
You're thinking a 5 somewhere?
Yeah.
We have been seeing things. I've got a bad feeling it's a 7.
Oh god, yeah. If it's a 7, then that means Picture and Ice Cream logically have to be somewhere before a form.
Yeah.
Which makes things a little complicated.
Absolutely. Zach does grab limit form there. So that's not actually, that's a pretty early limit form. It's not horrible. We also see Ninten pushing through World That Never Was as well. As people start to realize that, oh, we're going to need membership card, I think you're going to start seeing a few more start pushing through the World That Never Was. That push to find the drives.
Alright, apologies, I was muted. I was answering tracker related conversation. I might be seeing some KH tracker updates. Oh wow, I missed that. We did get the limit form post Roxas. That's really nice.
We did.
Now
it's a good place
the
to have it.
question
Yeah.
is, do you force final?
Ooh.
That's actually like super huge. If there, because of the membership card being on drives, and you have zero idea where Picture Ice Cream are, you can actually maybe consider it.
I would say, depending on how far you're wanting to push through World That Never Was, because you know Master is there as well. So I feel like some of these are going to really kind of push towards that and maybe hope they don't have to find Final. But that's a risky play. Because we have no knowledge of where Final might even be at this point. We know of like 3 worlds it has to be, basically. But where in those 3 worlds, no idea.
Now, what if Ice Cream is in the throne room and no one can shun you skip unless they do like Zemnis one?
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
don't be putting that commentator curse on them.
So we actually, we kind of related, but we have Nintendo doing Rest of the One Was. He's on Zigbar already. Now you have your bare minimums for this fight. You have a finishing plus. You have really good stats. You have a guard. Oh, I like this. Nintendo getting hit intentionally to force an auto final.
Oh, I never saw them catch auto final. That's very smart. He is just melting with that.
Alright, unfortunately, he did go into deep in the second phase, so he has to deal with Blue Laser. I think the best option you have for Nintendo here is you're gonna have to force out a late room transition right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you're gonna have to fight another Blue Laser. Oh, is this it? There's no shot, that's it. Oh, that is it! Wow, okay. Today I learned you can force an action loop while he's shooting the Blue Laser. I thought the setup specifically required a limit, or required a reflect. That makes so much more sense. Very clean fight.
Absolutely. Wow. That was a very clean fight from Nintendo. Blue lasers are one of the scariest things for him. Like, they just seem to bounce at the weirdest angles and find you wherever you are, snipe you out of nowhere.
They cheat.
They do! Game cheats.
Don't let people tell you the game doesn't cheat. That's all we'll say.
Absolutely. Oh, if you look at Double, I know he's not on the screen right now, but he's actually revealed the next set, and we know where all the torn pages are.
Oh, would you like to reveal where the
I would
that page
absolutely love to say that. The final torn page is in LOD.
Alright, so when Zach eventually gets that hint, he will be on the right track.
So you might not be far off for that throne room skip. At that point, do you just kind of push through LOD normal?
I'm not gonna lie, maybe. Like, if you know where Sword of the Ancestor is, and if you're lucky, like some people, you immediately get it within the very beginning of the whole visit.
Yeah. Like, Sword of the Ancestor is not that far into Port Royal, I believe, right? Or is it a little deeper? I didn't see where Nintendo and some of them got that. Must be a little deeper, because I'm looking at some of the others and they do not have it. I think they just did Shotgun. It's in town? Yeah, thank you very much. Getting that from the chat. Yeah, so if you go a little bit into Port Royal, not even that far, you can grab Sword of the Ancestor, and you could just do LOD normal. And there we find the membership card. Ninten finds it at Wisdom. It is on Wisdom form. So we're not searching for too much.
Thankfully not. That does also mean that basically it's just find the torn page now. You don't really have to care about the picture or any of those other checks. Now hopefully the torn page is just sitting somewhere easy, like in the first few chests of a core or something.
Oh, if you rolled 2 Datademics in a row,
I hope not. I please hope not.
There might
no
be a revolt
way.
from some of these runners.
Some of the people from yesterday's race definitely will not be my friends.
I mean, if you roll it on him again, at least yesterday's people were like, all right, well, at least it wasn't just one time. But only time will tell that.
I will say, this seed is looking pretty good for Nintendo.
Absolutely.
Considering his position.
He is, from what I can tell, ahead of everyone. Or at least having... Oh,
I mean, the membership
I take
card
that back. Sonic as
helps.
well has membership. Sonic as well has
okay.
membership card. And I'm going to kind of keep an eye on Sonic in the background because he is pushing through LOD right now. Don't know how far he's going to go in that, so I'll kind of keep an eye on that.
Alright, I will swap some
right
people
behind
around.
Sonic?
Oh wow, we have Ragna onto Did Ragna force final? I think Ragna did force final at some point, which is totally fair, and they're on to Zaldin. Checking Zaldin makes quite a bit of sense here. And in the top right, we have Matthios going through the World Never Was, doing the full climb. Makes sense, I think, trying to do a full climb for the Master Form. If you can get that, as well, you're just getting progression points. And in the bottom left, we have Spike Vegeta finally going through the World Never Was, and in the bottom right, we have what is it? We have Dragon Blast, I believe. They just forced final.
That is Dragon Blast, yes.
Yep, there goes Ragna. Ragna knows time to go to LOD. Hope and pray that you get the torn page.
For some of these runners now, it's become a guess of which form is this on membership card.
Yeah,
We have the luxury of
just
seeing
early.
it. Yeah, at least it's early. It's not a 7, so that's good. It's not a 6 or 7, so.
Yeah, actually, I think the farthest it logically could have been is a 5, because the picture itself blocks 2 forms.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Oh, hey, speaking of wisdom, I just saw that off of levels. I just saw that. I think some people have it already, and I just never noticed.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, unfortunate death for Dragon here.
I don't know where Spike Vegeta found the Flare Force, but
I might have been in the shop.
Fight. Might have been.
Ooh, unfortunately got DM. Getting a bit too much, a little too greedy in my opinion on the damage. Can just get you into a DM.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know where you got it from. You got it from Prison Keeper. That actually lines up very well with his tracker, because there's a Prison Keeper symbol there. Halloween Town.
Yeah. Those who don't know, Duck Flare, one of the best things in the game.
This is looking a little spooky for Spike. Hopefully he gets the hits here. He does, okay. Got away with it.
Should be able to finish him with this. Ooh, no? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So he did get the and then get the Duck Flare, and thankfully got a good spawn from Zigbar to spawn a different area, or spawn close to the Duck Flare.
Yeah. That can always be scary if he just decides to spawn very far away and the Duck Flare just misses. Oh my god. Is he? No. Okay. I'm going to point this out. Sonic is trying to Shan Yu skip with Wisdom form.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty hard to do, especially if your air dodge is only like level 2. I believe his is 2 or 3.
His is 3 actually.
Oh, so it's doable. It just is a little tight to gain height. The issue is you have to have a high aerial dodge in order to actually make that the height, because you lose height by falling down when you're going into Wisdom form.
And he's not going to do it. He's just going to do Shan Yu fight. That would have been really interesting to see.
It's honestly such a super tough skip to do if you are like not really used to it or haven't done it in a while. The also other issue is the time investment. You could have tried to do the skip again and maybe got rewarded for it, but you can play it safe because you do have the Sword of the Ancestor.
Actually, he took a death. He took a death there. He's backing out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. You would try it again.
But that's time being kind of wasted a little bit, unless he gets it. Or lets some of these runners catch up. We see several runners in LOD right now.
Okay, we do see Dragon in the bottom right here. They do get the Wisdom 5. What is it? The Wisdom 5 membership card. Or sorry, Wisdom 4. Spike is still pushing on through the Warner was trying to get this Master Form, I think.
Yeah, I think he's convinced it's a little higher on something that he doesn't have, and he's just gonna push it. Little does he know it's kind of for naught.
Yeah, but we are seeing everyone just go to LOD.
Yeah. If you have Sword of the Ancestors, it looks like a lot of them made the choice that I have Sword of the Ancestors. I'm just gonna fight Shan Yu, or at least they're hoping they don't have to. They may not quite know that yet.
Man, this is like a really insanely close race now.
Everyone's kind of making the same plays for the most part. It's who can execute.
The only scary part, I will say, unless we did find the torn page, or do you know if we have the torn page from Hollow Bastion? Do you see?
I have not seen it come up yet.
All right,
almost everyone's in. I've seen some cores, and no one got it in core that I can see.
Okay, so yeah, that means that some people who potentially skip out on core may be lucky enough to get it earlier than others who went for core. So it's you have a bit of that 50-50 of time investment. Do you spend the time to do core? Do you just go straight for demics? Do you do the fights? Do you do core skip? Yeah. Hollow Bastion is definitely a pretty scary one to go after.
And as we saw yesterday, it can all come down to one fight. How well you can do one fight.
Definitely.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
I still feel bad.
Honestly,
you should. At the same time, you had tools, in my opinion.
Yeah, you had tools, and like these are some amazing runners, and they know how to do a lot of this stuff with very little.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm looking at Dragon's perspective on the bottom right, and he's at Zigbar right now with full page knowledge. This definitely feels like a bit of a mistake.
Well, if you look to his left on Spike, Spike has continued to go up with that full page knowledge.
Well, Spike doesn't have the membership card, which is a slightly different case. Dragon has.
Oh, Dragon does have the
full
membership
access.
card. Yeah.
Yeah. From Spike's perspective, it makes more sense because you don't know which form it's on.
Yeah.
But for Dragon, the fact that you have access to all your pages, technically, is a bit odd that you would push this. Unfortunate
Dragon
for
knows
Dragon.
you can just use the computer, right?
Yeah, he did do that in his async,
Alright.
so he should know. He does get a little free off of Z-Bar, very poetic. In top right, we actually see Matayos attempting to level Master a little bit. Gonna try to Shan Yu skip. You do get Master from Xemnas 1, so that is something to consider.
Which actually might give a few of these runners the edge that are pushing through the world that never was a little further. They might be able to get that skip. You do see up in that top left, we're going to see how far we have to go into LOD, because we are in LOD 2 right there, I believe.
And that is right before Throne Room, the Nobody
Yep.
fight.
So we'll see if this throne room skip is going to pay off for some people.
Ooh, Met, you gotta jump, my guy. Okay, Met in the top right is playing this super safe by going into multiple masters.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, he's not jumping. I mean, he makes it over.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll see here very quickly from our first view at the throne room. Oh, yep. I did just see it. Wow, you also get an aerial spiral here? That's insane. So the last page, it is now up to, where is it? In the Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion.
So for a bunch of people, this is scary time.
Yeah.
Because the hints were very, very favorable. Oh wow,
We see Sonic
Nintendo
and
is already at Starry Hill and just did the minigame. See if we could slot him in. So yeah, he's getting full prep right now. Unfortunately, this is a reflectless Final Fights.
Looks like it. Unless Reflect is on that master form that they're leveling up. But I have not seen it. Oh, Ninten. Where did he end up getting that page?
I believe it was Dancers, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Either Dancers or Core.
It's not Core, because we can see Sonic and a few others in Core right now, and they have not gotten that
Right.
page.
Yeah, so it's just on Dancers here. So, oh boy, we have
Here we go,
the scary
ladies
go
and
mode
gentlemen.
coming. It is very scary go mode time. Yep, there's Sonic.
There it is, right there.
Doubly Dewey. I think Sonic will get it very shortly. And we have, I believe, this is Silence, or sorry, Met is going to be doing the Corridors fight. Hopefully they don't do Core. This is definitely the scary instance of you either just do Dancers right away to check it, and you get lucky, or if you do all of Core, whether you Core skip or do the fights, you lose out on so much time.
Exactly, and that's... I feel like most of these people are going to go to Core. It's just in their nature, but it's going... This seed, it's going to end up biting you and really costing you some time.
Ooh, Spike is... Oh, no, not Spike. Zach is opting to do the world number was... Pushed even further. I think that might be curtains for Zach.
I think you're right.
Rough. The membership card being in a very awkward spot does make this quite challenging. He is 3 levels off from getting Wisdom Form. If he got those 3 levels during his XP grinding, I think he maybe could have caught up.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonic is trying to do Shan Yu skip again. Fortunately, this is losing them time because they are unfortunately just losing so much height. That is Ninten on through Xemnas 1, doubly Dewey, entering Final Fights finally. Getting a bit of menu prep done. Oh, Sonic. I feel like Sonic should stop. Now, I guess that's also fair. You don't have the Sword of the Ancestor. I feel like you have to be you're kind of confident in your ability to do the skip. So I guess this makes sense from his perspective to keep trying at the skip. It's just so unfortunate that we know it's so easy to access that Sword of the Ancestor. Ooh, okay, I'm taking a peek. We do have Mataios in core, doing the core fights. Unfortunate. Oh, I'm looking at Spike's perspective. No, Spike is at level 36 as well. Is 3 levels off from that Wisdom. And unfortunately is an LOD, so he's losing out on a bit of a Wisdom leveling spot here. And Ninten is on 2 final Xemnas. I think this will be his second first place. He got first place in the qualifier yesterday. I believe this will give him the first place for Relegations as well. Okay, I did miss it, but Sonic did eventually get the torn page. And also is going through, so they will be on their way to Final Fights very shortly. Alright, and that is GG's to Ninten. Congrats to Ninten on qualifying. We will see him in the top 8 of bracket coming up. Alright, very briefly, I will give the screen a bit of a refresh. Slot someone else in. Yeah, we have Mataios currently on to engine core. Or sorry, not core, just regular core right now. Ooh, Dewey, unfortunately, I think spammed and summoned Mickey on accident. Okay, and Sonic is about to get the proof here. Will be on his way to Final Fights. And Reflectless Final Fights is no joke, though. Definitely is pretty challenging. Okay, Zach is leveling. Finally does get the membership card off of Wisdom 4.
Oh my goch, I didn't realize that got muted.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say anything. So I thought,
No, you're
you
good.
did
I
that
didn't
stuff on
realize it.
purpose.
I was like, I'm talking here and nothing's happening. My apologies.
Yeah, glad to hear you're back.
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, just in case anything was serious going on, I didn't want to bring it, say anything.
No, I appreciate that. But yes, I was saying congratulations, and we've got a few more runners that are pushing it tight here. They're doing well, and I was agreeing with you as well that Reflectless is no joke on this. It is not easy final fights at all.
Well, I think Matayos here might be our next one to get this page here. I don't know if anyone else is close.
Let me take a look. See what I can see here.
Dragon.
No.
Oh my god, Dragon is about to get the page. Does have LOD done.
Yeah,
Spike
Dragon's here.
Spike's pretty far. Spike has about a couple minutes behind these guys.
Right, he
and
still
he has
also
to do
does
the
not
coin
have
flip.
the LOD.
Oh, okay. Ragna does have the LOD page, is making their way through HB, so they have to make the correct coin flip of if it's core or past core. Meanwhile, our wayfinders that have made their way this far are making their way through, I believe, LOD and as well as into HB. Oh no, Danimal's leveling. Okay.
We will see where everyone's heading here. Dragons
God.
into Spooky Cave.
Final Zemnis is so hard without a reflect. Oh, unfortunate for Met. He did some bees. Now, this is the spooky part. This is essentially a race between Met and Dragon right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it is top 4 that advance, but we do have one async, and these runners do not know their time, so...
Okay, Dewey is trying to go for the limit laser skip. Alright, he should have
I
it.
think he's got it, yeah.
Very, very clean. Just needs
There it
very
is.
nice GG's
Good
to
job,
WWE.
Dewey.
He qualifies. We'll see him in the bracket phase.
Sonic getting ready to start those Zemnis fights as well.
Alright, we will swap things out in a second. Let me get a new link all set up for y'all. So we'll slot in Spike a little bit.
Looked like Zach was getting close to that final page as well. But we've got Sonic on his Zemnis fights and
Ooh,
Dragon
okay.
as well.
This is a bold choice from Dragon. It makes sense, I like it, but it's hopefully it works out. He opted to try to level limit a little bit before going into final fights.
See if he could catch one of those reflects, which would admittedly speed up these final fights a lot. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him.
Wanna take a peek at the load list? There's about a 25-second load list difference between Met and Dragon. I think if you were to time that correctly when they get in, I think Dragon has about maybe a 5 or maybe not even. I don't think even has 5-second advantage anymore. I think they're even, like roughly when they entered engine core or the engines.
I'm trying to kind of time it here.
Yeah, I think they might be like 2 seconds off. We'll see when they enter.
I'm gonna
the
kind
engine core.
of time it off of when he jumps off the cylinder, so about a 108.50.
Yeah, we can maybe time it off of when they enter engine core.
That's it.
Because there's the white fade out there, and technically I think time pauses.
Oh, they are like
All right,
even.
109.24 for Met entering Engine Core. Okay, I think Dragon. Wow.
I'm not joking. These guys are within a second of each other.
Okay, they're about 2 seconds apart.
Oh.
Like, but that's honestly, anything can change. 2 seconds can go by very, very quick.
Absolutely. Especially not having a reflect. Like it decides, or it depends on what final Xemnas decides to do on him.
Ooh, Sonic is in a little bit of a scary spot. He will qualify. It's just the hope. Oh, he's gonna. Oh my god, this is so bold,
Oh my
Sonic.
goodness. Sonic, what are you doing?
How did none of those hit? I'm so confused. Did you see that?
If he, I did. If he doesn't get the skip here, ooh, I still think he's fine, but
Yeah, he should qualify. It's just, how did none of those hit? Literally, the Ragnarok bullets like didn't attack him at all. Yeah. Okay, this should push him over. Okay, he does. Just needs to do as much damage as possible. I believe Xemnas is not out yet. Okay, that is GG's.
GG's for Sonic.
Big GG's. Now it is,
Now it's the race for fourth.
And unfortunately, I do not think that anyone is quite close. I'm gonna swap back in, I think, one of our closer racers. Zach. Yeah, Zach is in
the fights.
Yeah.
He's got to hope for a couple domes here, I think.
How many domes does it take to ruin these guys? Now, if we take a peek at loadless, Zach basically is just completely like these two fights. Engine Core plus Xemnas one behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like reflectless? That's like almost 2 minutes. Maybe like a minute 30.
Oh, he's getting caught on the throne room, or the throne there.
Okay, Dragon is on to last phase. He's losing time here slowly. Reminder that it's the loadless time that we go by, not the real time. So even if Met does finish first, if Dragon finishes real time, like a couple seconds behind, Dragon will have a better loadless.
Coming in for that final kill here. $112.32 coming out of there.
Man, so Dragon actually is ahead.
Dragon is ahead by about 10 or so seconds?
Yeah, I think about 10. You're right. A little more than 10.
Oh my gosh.
So this could actually be it.
This all comes down to final Xemnas right now.
Zach is catching up, so if they make any mistakes, Zach can actually snipe them potentially. There is a chance.
Couldn't ask for a better ending
Matt is
right
trying
now.
this. Oh, Matt has him in
I
bounds.
think he's got a little too much health.
Oh no!
Oh,
so Matt
no!
tries this. Does Matt
Oh
get
my
this?
gosh,
He
got
does
it.
get it.
He hit it! Holy cow!
Oh,
Oh, he got so lucky.
He accidentally did reset his timer, so we will have to clip it.
That, I've done that as well recently.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. Man, I really don't think Dragon has this. He spent too much time.
There it is. Oh,
And GG's to Dragon.
Dragon. We're gonna have
Now,
to clip and check times.
It was 113.23 Earth. Wow. No. Damn.
By 6 seconds.
Oh.
Oh my
6
goodness.
whole seconds. Oh my god, that's wild.
That's heartbreaking for Dragon. I feel so bad for him, but he played so well.
Damn. 6 whole seconds. Are you
That's the
kidding
second
me?
time I've heard of like things going from under 10 seconds of losing out. I know Spike lost out on Relegations the first week by 3 seconds. Now we have a 6-second loss to top 8. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Yeah, I'll take a peek at this clip myself to validate. And yeah, 113.23. Thank you very much, Earth, for that. Appreciate it.
Great people in here. Keeping us on track.
Holy. What?
Oh my.
Can't believe that. That's such a close end from everyone.
And the sad part for Dragon is he had it there at the end, just a little too much time on Finals Emnus.
Wow, can't believe it actually was just that close amongst everyone.
Once those page got caught, it was very much a race to get through LOD, kind of. I don't think anyone but Sonic got the skip. Ooh, and a death.
I believe Ninten got the skip.
Did Ninten get it? Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of skip, Spike going for it right now. He should have this.
Yeah, let's see if I could refresh things a bit.
A little too shallow.
Okay. Zach does take a DNF here. He knows it's over.
Yep.
Honestly, super close.
Yeah.
I believe we have. I just realized the animal is doing.
I just saw that too. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a reason we don't have this world in. I think that's maybe the only time you'll ever see that world in a KH2.
Oh my god. Wow. So our last 3 people will be it'll just be in the top right, Dare, and in the bottom left we have Spike. These guys will be finishing now. A little posting it sort of on time. Actually, no, I am posting on time. We do have our async finish of Jalon. They finished load real time 1:22:20 with loadless of 1:16:56.
They're just missing out on that top 4 as well, not by much.
Damn.
And it is the top 4 from this move on. It becomes top 8 from people that have already qualified from last week.
Yeah. So the 4 from last week, and then the 4 from this. Yeah. So let's see here. We will let me see if I can get this all sorted out. Yeah, Spike. So Spike actually just has to do Shawnee Escape at this point. I think he's just doing it for content. I think because he knows I'll probably have better odds. Actually, no, he doesn't even have Sword of the Ancestor. Never mind.
Yeah, he doesn't have Sword of the Ancestor.
This is so easy. He got it this time. Wow, very nice for Spike.
I think the other 2 times he missed it was like he was a fraction off, just like going a little too low. Because he looked like he should have had it, especially that second time. But you go 1 pixel too low and it's just... Spike finding his last page. So both runners going through 100 Acre Woods, finishing it out. At this point, you just kind of run them along because there's no point in trying to get all the chests, which is an interesting choice here by actually getting those chests. You know there's nothing in here except for Stitch. I guess if you want Stitch. I believe it was blizzards for that skip on him, and then because that's what I saw Sonic doing blizzards as well, and a couple of fires, but I think he was having some trouble with those fires.
Yeah, apologies for my silence on my behalf. I am getting bracket stuff sorted out.
You have a better excuse than I do. Mine was just a mishap. You actually have admin things to work on. Oh, interesting. Going into space paranoids for some reason?
Huh. Oh, Dare actually does not have membership card. I just realized that.
Oh!
Yeah.
I didn't see that either.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
He knows where it is, but oh, and he's picked limit form.
I think this is fine if you're choosing this like as a spot to level.
I mean, I think it's a wonderful spot. It's just he's not. He's getting unlucky with the form he's picking. It's the catch. Ooh, takes it down.
Yeah. Also, I missed it, but thank you for the raid, Sonic. Appreciate it. And GG's to you, double as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the one is 2 per fight. So Roxas, Xigbar. That's 10 points actually. So you get 2 from Roxas, 2 from Luxord. 2 from Xigbar, 2 from Luxord, 2 from Syx, and then 2 from Xemnas. So 10 points. 2 each, 5 fights. Math. Oh, I see what you mean, Dewey. Okay, I understand. Your logic already assumed at those points. Gotcha. So then yes, it would be 8 points for the I wonder what Dare opts to do next. Man, it's super unfortunate. If you look at Dare's stats, they're level 34. Now they have okay strength, okay magic, but the fact that they're level 34 means they are just going to be missing out on that wisdom this whole time.
Yeah, and that's... Well, no, he has wisdom. Or is it just showing you? No, never mind. I take that back.
I don't even think they have auto wisdom either. Oh, for funsies, because the seed is over, I would like to reveal where the reflect locations are for chat.
Oh, yes, do.
So there's reflect in TT3, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
There's a reflect on final level 6.
Ooh.
And then the last reflect is limit level 7. So unless
you are not getting it.
Yeah, unless you got picture, which I believe picture was Crystal Fisher and Mushrooms. No, it was in core actually. So somewhere in core is picture. I missed that. Oh yeah, Spike has it. Let's see, that's what yeah. So unless you ignored all the hints somehow, and like just did whatever you wanted, you probably would have never gotten it.
These hints were very good about pointing you directly where you needed to go.
Nice roll. That's a challenge.
Ooh. We never say no where the roll is.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll wait for Spike to finish, and then we'll do our grand bracket review. Wonder where Duckflare is? Duckflare is somewhere. Spike has it.
Duck Flare. We saw it was on
Prison Keeper. There we go.
Prison Keeper. Yeah, I was like we talked about it. I don't think there's anything else that we should really check and see what missing, because hinted.
I guess for funsies, Ice Cream is level 50. So that's fun, I guess.
So it was really you're not getting TT3.
Yeah. You could have so if you got picture, like if you did picture and you for some reason decided to do TT when it was dead, quote unquote dead, you would have done Valor form from the TT2 fight. So that's something.
Go really off the rails and just kind of. Oh, Spike's getting.
Oh, Spike got trolled so hard. The double bonk.
Yeah, like this fight is no joke without slide dash or a reflect.
Oh, I got owned again. Poor Spike.
Goodness, Spike. Let's go, gamer. Come on.
Is a troll though.
We've all been there, bonking.
Oh my God.
That's 3 bonks.
Dude, that's not fair. Okay, that's 1.
5. Okay, all right, Spike, back up a step, maybe. I don't know, buddy.
And I still feel bad for there is that level 38. How much XP are they off by? I missed it. They just got that level up. Okay, wow, they're more than 3k off from getting the wisdom form. Where was Hori? I can look that up. Horizontal slash was STT Central Station.
So you really weren't going there unless you wanted that cure for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really like. This seed was very concise about go where we want you to, and that's it.
Okay, Dare is still in SP. Not sure what they're trying to go after. I guess they're trying to level.
Just leveling, yeah. They know wisdom's on levels and they're just trying to level.
Honestly, this is kind of an okay spot to level. It's pretty high battle level.
Yeah. You've got that double XP boost and
I forgot to look this up. Oh, so Auto Wisdom is PR Powder Store. So yeah, you realistically weren't gonna get that because you got your Sword of the Ancestor pretty early on. Unless you really wanted that Thundara.
Spike onto Final Zemnis here. Interesting. She's gonna try and get a little extra damage in here. Even the Roxas one.
At the beginning, because you can't really do any damage at all, that's like kind of one of the easy things you can opt to do. That's freebie damage.
Yeah.
The only issue you have to worry about is you don't have any more MP. You have to work around that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Spike getting a little cheeky.
Luckily, they did find Money Pouch pretty early, so they could get, a decent amount of ethers. Or elixir, excuse me. Is that right?
Did I like your Roxas? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I was watching your Roxas when it happened. I don't think you were on stream when you were doing it. I'm going to say yes, though. I will say yes.
It's the most amazing Roxas we didn't see.
Oh, you guard looped? Okay. Guard loop's always sick.
Oh, there we go. He's leveling wisdom over in the pictures.
There we go. What's really funny is I still have the full multi-stream up, and I see just the animals still doing all of Atlantica
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I've got that up in the background as well.
Oh, poor Spike. He's just getting owned by
Yeah, Final Xemnas is not being nice to him. This is what we were talking about when everyone was going through it. It is not a free fight here. Let's go, Spike. You got this, buddy. Over there.
And there goes Dare with the membership card. Now, this is really unfortunate for Spike. He kind of has to play around this very differently, just because he's already in limit form. If he's going to try to do the laser skip, in limit is different. Okay, so this is an interesting spot. He needs to go for a full Xantatsuken here. He doesn't break out because he's not high enough. And if you do... Oh, no, why'd you drop it? I wouldn't have dropped it. I would have kept going and just done, like, slap shots.
Yeah.
But this should be fine. All Spike needs to do is just go for a session after this, and he should have the skip.
He should have the skip, as long as this isn't mean.
Yeah, he will teleport away a few times, but he should be able to build up the damage after this bit here.
There it is.
There it is. Alright, needs to stop. Very nice.
And there it is.
GG's to Spike Vegeta.
Right.
And here is your Masters bracket for this week. We have as our first match VG versus Met. Our second match will be Ragnoth versus Ninten. Our third match will be Mega Slim versus Sonic. And then our fourth match will be BD Bonk and AADB. So it'll be interesting to see how these races go. Reminder that because everyone in the top 8 currently, whether if they win or lose, or if you win, you retain your spot in top 4. If you lose, you will have to do relegations for the next format. BD forfeiting this? No, can't say that. Man, these are the matches. We'll be seeing these guys race in the coming week. It'd be exciting.
Good matchups.